It was a chilly Thursday morning in the heart of New York City. The streets were a symphony of chaos, honking cars, hurried footsteps, the smell of coffee hanging in the air. Lost in that crowd was Ethan Miller, a young man just trying to get through another day of deadlines and bills. He was just like so many of us, caught up in the routine, maybe a little lost, a little disconnected. That morning, he boarded the number 22 bus. It was packed, filled with the usual tired faces and people lost in their phones. But then, something broke through the noise. A little girl, no older than 7, stood near the back, shivering in a coat too thin for the cold. Her mother, clearly exhausted, was trying her best to comfort her. Ethan felt something stir inside him. It was a simple, quiet feeling. Without a second thought, he reached into his backpack, pulled out a scarf he'd never even worn, and walked over. He knelt down and offered it to the little girl. "Here," he said gently, "you might be cold." The girl's eyes went wide. "Thank you, mister," she whispered, wrapping the soft fabric around her neck. Her mother gave him a look of pure, unspoken gratitude. In that tiny moment, on a loud, lurching bus, Ethan felt a warmth he hadn't realized he'd been missing. It was a small gesture, almost invisible in a city of millions, but for him, it felt monumental. A week later, walking through his neighborhood, Ethan spotted a crumpled, hand-drawn flyer on a lamppost. It read, "Community Fundraiser. Help local families in need." Something pulled him in. That Saturday, driven by a curiosity he couldn't explain, he went to the community center. It was buzzing with life volunteers sorting donations, kids running around with handmade banners, and then he saw her. The mother from the bus, Sophia, was managing a donation table. "You're the gentleman from the bus," she said, her face lighting up with recognition. Ethan chuckled. Yeah, that was me. And as they stood there, surrounded by the energy of people helping people, he realized something profound. There's a genuine joy in giving, a satisfaction that no paycheck can ever buy. He offered to help, and as they worked side by side, sorting clothes and handing out supplies, they started to talk. Learned that Sophia was a single mom and a gifted artist, trying to make ends meet by selling her illustrations online. Despite her struggles, her spirit was incredible, and her daughter Leela was a little ball of sunshine. Ethan, who had felt so drained and disconnected by his corporate job, found himself being pulled back to life by their energy. He was reminded of the simple, powerful magic of human connection. One evening, as he was helping Sophia organize her artwork, an idea sparked. "Why don't we host an art show right here at the community center?" he suggested. "You could sell your work, and we could raise money for other families too." Sophia was hesitant, but Ethan's belief in her was contagious. "I'll help you every step of the way," he promised. The art show was a huge success. The community came out in full force. People were moved by Sophia's beautiful art and by the story behind it. Lila, her daughter, ran around with a sign that read, "Kindness changes lives." And it did. That night, a local gallery owner saw Sophia's work and offered to represent her. For Sophia, it was a dream she never dared to have, suddenly coming true. Ethan looked around the room, and it all clicked into place. It all started with that one simple act on the bus. That scarf wasn't just a piece of fabric, it was a spark that ignited a friendship, rebuilt a life, and brought an entire community together. Months turned into years. Ethan and Sophia's friendship deepened into a partnership in life and in work. He left his old job and started volunteering regularly, finding his purpose in helping others. Sophia's art career blossomed, giving her and Lila the stability they deserved. One evening, they were sitting in a park, watching the sunset. Lila, now a happy, thriving kid, looked up at Ethan and said, "You know, mister, you gave me a scarf that day, and now everything is so happy." Ethan's heart felt full. "It was just a little scarf, Lila," he smiled. "But I think real kindness is never little. It grows and it spreads, and sometimes it changes everything." Sophia took his hand. "You didn't just warm Lila that day," she said, her eyes shining. "Right. You changed all of our lives." And it's true. That one random act of kindness on a crowded city bus created a ripple effect that none of them could have ever predicted. It's a beautiful reminder that you never know the full impact of your actions. The smallest gesture, The quietest word of support can be the very thing that changes someone's entire world. Maybe even your own. So look around. In the rush of your own life, there are opportunities for kindness everywhere. A small act from you could be the start of a beautiful story for someone else. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and subscribe for more content that celebrates the good in the world. Until next time.